Do apologise about that. We're having a lot of well wishes come. My ex-brother-in-law, my best friend, just turned up, Brian, and we talked about a few things. Like I said, I'm staying as positive as possible. You know, I've got to stay strong for my family, and I'm like a sponge. I just absorb everything up and just, you know, carry on as best I can. So like I said, I was talking about steroids and stuff. You know, people got to be careful in this virus as well. You know, there's a lot going on. The thing I was just told as well, and it doesn't surprise me with how cruel and harsh and horrible this government is they're telling musicians now, which of course anybody knows, and I will talk about this a lot over the coming months and stuff, about my love with my relationship with music. They're telling musicians now to basically retrain, get a new job, retrain yourself. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my entire life, and I take big time offence. Let me tell you something right now. Some of the greatest moments, in fact nearly all of the greatest memories and moments in my life have all been around music, beer and great friends. And nobody will ever take that away from me in my life. If I went tomorrow, I got some amazing memories, more than probably a lot of wealthy people have, with all their money. And I take offence to this. You know, these people spent all their lives entertaining, whether you're an actor, comedian or musician, is one of the greatest things this world has. It puts a smile on people's faces. Like I've said in one or two of the episodes, religion, politics divide people, kill people. Music brings people together. These little bastards that want to sit up in their little House of Commons with their cheap little drinks and all that, and subsidise drinks and food and all that, dictating to us, taking away our rights and our the disgusting lies that they're telling. And it'll all come out eventually, and it will come out. Watch Trump in the next few months. He's got a few stories to tell. For them to tell people, oh, you've got to retrain up, can you imagine pilots who've been travelling thousands of miles, millions probably. Can you imagine a pilot turning up to a job centre and being given an application form for stacking shelves in Tesco's? There's something really, really wrong with what's going on here, folks. And I pray, I really do pray to God that people start wising up and seeing it for what it is. People need to stop being lemmings and open your eyes and your ears to what really is going on. There is definitely an agenda going on here. There's no way that this virus happened by accident. I don't believe it come from a little poxy market in wherever it come from, in China or Wuhan or whatever it is. I never even heard of the place. Never been to China. I love Chinese food, by the way. I'm not going to stop eating Chinese food just because the virus killed 50, 60,000 people in this country. Open your eyes, folks. Everything is too perfect. It's all too staged. Boris Johnson getting the virus, Prince Charles getting the virus, now Prince William getting the virus, and now Boris now going into isolation, hibernation as I call it. Oh, Krusty the clown, God bless him. Please see through this. And I haven't got an agenda myself. You believe what you want to believe, but have a look at the facts and the figures. None of it adds up, and we're going to do a real big exclusive on this next week on the virus, right away back to the start of it all in December, January this year. See it for what it is, because they said at the beginning, folks, our lives are going to change forever. Straight away, and that's the smoking gun for me. For a government like ours to say, oh, we don't know nothing about this virus, but it's going to change our lives. They knew something. This has all been planned a long time in the making, and there's a lot of people. It might be the Chinese, but there's a lot of people involved with this shit. Really is. And people need to start opening their eyes and seeing what's going on. There's paedophilia rampant from the bottom people right away up to the top. There is big money, because it's always all about money. Cults involved. There's a lot of people involved with this. there are a lot of good people out there that are doing a lot of good things, and they deserve better. And you need to open your eyes to see what really is going on. Challenge things, challenge what people are telling you. And believe me, the disgraceful acts of violating people's opinions that this, our great British established news, Sky News and BBC, all they have rammed down us for the last year is negativity. No positive out of this, negativity. They're scaring us, and they've been bought and paid for to scare us into being depressed, to feeling down. Kids are self-harming, people are contemplating suicide. This mental health and depression rates are sky high. People are going to be topping themselves and on all sorts of drugs next year and year after. The scale and the financial, emotional and physical and psychological effects of this is going to last for decades, and this only took 1 year. And now they got the vaccination that by spring or June next year everything will suddenly miraculously back to normal because of some injection they're giving you. Tracking and tracing. Think of the words track and trace. They track you and they trace you. And by the end of next year we'll be all on the computer scales, all being watched. They'll know whether you're standing in a bus stop, whether you're having a drink with your friend in a pub, or whether you're taking a stroll with your dog along the moors or some lovely little park. If they want to know where you are, they'll have it there. We'll go moneyless in the next 2 or 3 years. Everything will be done on your card, which is more of an higher risk than again, and stuff stolen by these cyber people, which I think is all connected. I think it's all one big ring. A ring being the right word too, because they're all arseholes, a lot of them. The good news is these people think they're far more clever than us, and when people think they're clever than others, they tend to make mistakes, and that will be their downfall. So I'm hoping things will change. There's a growing number of people that are seeing things for what they are. There's people, anti-protest people that are complaining about the lockdown and all that. Just if you get one thing out of watching me over the next few months, just open your eyes, have a look, start debating. This is what it's all about. It's debate. Have a look around you. Is what we've been told the truth? Think of it this way: if there was something more untoward going on, the government wouldn't tell us. If aliens from another planet was going to destroy us, they wouldn't tell us. They cause more chaos than anything, mass hysteria. Have a look at the film War of the Worlds, and then go back then and have a listen, which I recently did. It's fantastic. The play by O.C. Wells of War of the Worlds, and how the effect of that when people tuned in 10 minutes into the programme, I thought it was real. And you had thousands of people up and leaving and heading on the highways in the 1920s because they thought they were being invaded by aliens. There's not 2 sides to every story. There's 3 sides, there's 4 sides, there's 5 sides, there's 6 sides. But it's all down to what you believe and what you think. I don't necessarily believe you have to have evidence to find out what the truth is anymore. Sometimes a gut feeling and just the atmosphere around you tells you a story, tells you what's going on. So we all need to stop and take a look. And at the same time saying that, have a little think about the people around you. Who's been affected by all this? Your family, your friends. It's not always about what goes on in your head. It's the effects of what goes on in other people's head. Your family, like I said, your friends, close relations, neighbours. The damage that is going to be done from this. Forget about the financial side, because they'll have the excuses and they'll find a way. We'll end up owing somebody, and we'll end up paying a price, but the price we're really going to pay is by our attitudes, our mental states. And on top of that, you go into the 5G and the effects that's going to have on us mentally. By God, next 20 years, you can have all your films, Westworld, Dune, all these sci-fi films, Total Recall. It's all coming true. So have a little think. A little bit more serious today, but you know, it's just so much going on. And here's another thing, you know, on a positive side, talking about music. I've done a few lists. I've written a book I'm trying to get published. It's called How Mean Is My Valley. It's really personal. There's a lot in it about growing up in the valleys in Cum. There's a hell of a lot in here about personal things and me dealing with demons, depression, dyslexia, how that have affected me, how people judge you, getting bullied out of homes, care homes I mean, how it have affected my life. But in amongst all that, I've pretty much told everybody exactly, you know, where I stand when it comes to entertainment and music and how much I love music. So I've put in a few lists. So have a little think for today. What's your favourite all-time song? I've got an idea what mine is. I can put it down to top 10-ish. But how I feel my favourite song is depends on my mood and whether it's a nice day or a sunny day or a bad day. Like I said on my last episode, is have a think of what are these songs when you're down, when you have a low point, what are the songs that lift you? Stuff like The Wanted. How do you get up from an all-time low? How do you? Do you rely on families? Do you rely on friends? Do you take solace in strangers? You know, just something that a stranger tells you. I tend to find that does it for me. I always listen to people what they say, but then for some reason you bump into a stranger and then end up chatting and they say something that's sort of it's home. So have a little think about that. What is your favourite song? What defines what a perfect song is? What makes it into your favourite song? Is it a song that brings back memories? Is it a song that tells a story? Is it a song that you're emotionally connected to? And we'll have a little chat about that Sunday or Monday, and I'll indulge and I'll give you a top 10 of my favourite 100 songs. And we're going to have a little chat then about whether you think I'll be. Anybody who knows me will be a little bit surprised at what my favourite top 100 is and what my top 10 is. You'd be very, very surprised. So that's it for today. It's two little parts because obviously I had to stop because of a couple of people coming to the house. I'll be back tomorrow on Monday, hopefully with a big win for Wales tonight as they play in Georgia, and hopefully a good win for United hopefully tonight. You need to start getting yourselves together. You've got a great side, you just need to get it together now. Well, hopefully it'll be better day tomorrow. But always remember that famous saying, folks, and it's really, really come true to me recently, is don't ever put off what you're going to do today to tomorrow, because life's short. Get them and do it. Get them to do all the crazy things. Get your bucket list out. Get your whatever list out. And do these crazy things and cherish and enjoy every moment that you have. And always remember this: everything in life comes as a balance. Good times should always outweigh the bad times. And if you look back in your life and see so many more negatives than positives, something is not right. And you need to change it. So that's me done for today. Die Turbo with another no frills, just chills, and not on the pills. Take care. See you tomorrow.